Good evening, everyone. My name is Victoria Midmer. I'm head teacher of Sunnyview School. I would like to welcome students, parents, relatives, and the staff and directors of Sunnyview School to our Year 13 graduation ceremony. Our graduates are waiting patiently, or nervously more like, to come into the room, so I won't make them wait any longer. Let's give a big round of applause to our 2022 Year 13 graduates. Please welcome Gonzalo, Robbie, Luis Matias, Ryan, this is Karen, not Ryan. Luis Matias, Ryan now. Kushi, Evita, Sebastian, Olivia, Gonzalo, Marina, William, María, Akash, Armin, Megan, Babic, Dario, Alan, Thank you very much, Mr. Roldan and Ms. Briley. So, welcome. On this special occasion, we celebrate the success of our young graduates at the end of their journey with us, reflecting on the years spent at school whilst looking forward to a new chapter in their lives. Sunnyview School's collective aim is that our students achieve to the very best of their ability, which is demonstrated on a daily basis by the commitment of Sunnyview School staff. All members of staff, whether teaching or non-teaching, have worked hard together to enable the goals of our students to be achieved, as our desire is to prepare our students not only for academic excellence, but also for life. Please put your hands together in thanking our staff for their dedication to our students and our school. I would also like to give a special thank you to Vanessa, who has made this event today possible. Thank you, Vanessa. So, year 13. Now, I know you're nervous, but before you make your speeches, I'd like to say a few words to you all. You have been amazing ambassadors for the school. It has been wonderful for us as teachers to have seen how you've grown into the mature young adults you are now. You have shown extraordinary resilience in the face of the pandemic, especially when you had to deal with your GCSE exams being cancelled, and then obviously you were worried about your AS levels and what the future was going to hold. You proved your capacity to adapt and spring back when times were tough, and above all else, support each other. You're embarking on new adventures now, and adventures which will bring many successes, but sometimes they will also bring failures. However, failure is not necessarily a bad thing, as long as you are willing to learn from it and think of it as an opportunity to grow. Failure can make you stronger. It can build your resilience. You won't always succeed, and there will be times when you want to give up, but don't let those times faze you. Rather, learn from them to make you stronger. You might not get your dream job straight away, but that doesn't mean you failed. It means you are learning new skills in order to succeed in life. Remember the school motto, you never fail until you... Wasn't that horrible of me to give them that test? Can you imagine if they'd not have said anything? Well done. Okay, so you never fail until you stop trying, so don't give up. I imagine you all know who Andrea Bocelli is. Yeah, some nodding heads there, that's good. He's largely considered the world's most famous living tenor opera singer. He has sold over 80 million albums, but he is blind. However, he was not born blind. He was diagnosed with a rare condition that damages the optic nerves in the eye when he was just a baby. So he grew up at first being able to see, and little by little, because of this degenerative disease, he began to lose his sight. So by the age of 12, he was totally blind. He was totally blind in one eye and partially in the other. And then one day, while he was playing football, somebody kicked the ball, and it hit him in his other eye, the eye that he could partially see out of. And then he was obviously rendered completely blind. Now, the reason I'm telling you this story is because despite being told he would never see again, Andrea Bocelli never stopped trying. He never gave up. One of his recent Instagram posts actually talks about how grateful he is for life. I'd like to read you a short poem now by a poet called Nikki Alling. No matter which road you choose, no matter how long it may seem, let your heart be your guide along the way if you want to fulfill your dreams. No matter the detours or roadblocks or dark nights, continue your heart's desire. Lift up your torch and don't be afraid to set the world on fire. You are the light of a new day. Shine for all to see. Carry your knowledge from this day forward. Blaze a trail for history. No one will ever be quite like you. Remember this important truth. We all have a purpose in this life, and it begins in our youth. Who you are now and who you will become is determined by your soul. And with your dreams in your heart to lead the way, you can conquer any goal. Okay, now I'm not going to make them suffer anymore. I'm going to invite our Year 13 students to come up onto the stage one by one, and I'm going to invite them to say a few words if they would like to. So, let's make a start. I'm going to start with Gonzalo Asegurado Marquez, who Now, Gonzalo started at Sunnyview in 2007. He's completed his studies in A-level English Literature, History, Spanish and Economics, and will be studying International Relations and International Organizations at the University of Groningen in the Netherlands. Now, Gonzalo, your friends have told me that they never knew if you were being really serious or when you were joking. That's something, yeah. Well, that's what they've told me. They said they never knew whether you were serious or joking. You can blame them afterwards because they told that. You think you know it is. Well, you can get them afterwards. Yeah. Okay, Gonzalo, the stage is yours. Okay.
Well, fate has brought me to be the first one to give out the speech, and thus I will keep it as short as possible to allow my fellow students to give their speech. I've been in this school all my life. I've never changed, and thus it's a bittersweet this day because I'm excited as I'm going to finally finish the school and move on with life, but it's also sad because I finished the place that's been the center of my universe in more ways than one. And thus I finished this day looking back in hindsight at my journey so far, and I can only say thank you to everybody who has accompanied my journey, those being the teachers, my fellow students, and my family members who have accompanied me all this journey. I sincerely thank all of you.
Thank you, Gonzalo. Robbie Ashcroft. Now, Robbie started with us in 2017. He's completed his A-level mathematics, chemistry and physics, and will be studying international business at Loughborough University in the UK. A little anecdote about Robbie. Ooh. Miss Brown would ask the physics students to call Robbie right before every physics lesson because he would forget that he had physics. Is this true, Robbie?
May not be true.
A little bit, I'm joking. Over to you, Robbie.
These 4 years at Sunnyview have been some of the best of my life. So many laughs, good times, and a few detentions later, it's finally over. I'd like to thank my parents for believing in me and my teachers for pushing me to do better till the end. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Robbie. Karen Chakron Farachi. Now, Karen joined us in 2007. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, Spanish, chemistry, and physics, and will be studying chemical engineering in Bar Ilan University in Israel. Karen's greatest achievement this year, apparently, has been worrying less about the small things. Is that right, Karen? Yeah. Yet she still sleeps a maximum of 5 hours the night before an exam. Is that true, Karen?
Partially.
My goodness. Over to you.
The day of my graduation has arrived, and all I can think about is how much I've changed and grown since the first day I came to this school 14 years ago. I'm really thankful to all my teachers here in Sunnyview that have taught me including those from kindergarten up to year 13, as they've all accompanied me through my life and helped me figure out the person who I am today. Although I know for a fact that with both successes and mistakes, I will continue to grow as a person. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Luis Matías Creus Fernández. Matías started at Sunnyview School in 2014. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, economics, and information technology, and will be studying business and information technology at Twente University in the Netherlands. Now, Matías has gathered impressive amounts of after-school detentions in year 9, I have been told. Is that right? Is that true?
It was a tough year.
Yeah? Okay. Which nearly meant he didn't go on the school trip. This is according to his friends. Matías is also very good at every single sport on the planet. Over to you.
Hi everyone. To start, it's a pleasure to be here. And I think there is not enough time to express my experience in Sunnyview. So I will limit myself to congratulate my classmates and teachers to all these years together. Firstly, I want to give thanks to the teachers that are not here and helped me during these years. I remember that when I arrived at Sunnyview in year 6, my English was far from being good. But teachers like Mr. Viven helped me to improve. During the years in the school, I have other people that support me to get better and achieve my goals. All that experiences have made me the person that I am today. And this is the reason why I'm here right now. Thank you to all the teachers that are and pass by Sunnyview. And thank you all the people always with me.
Thank you, Matías. Now, unfortunately, Daniel Cruz Lopez cannot be with us today, but I'm still going to read a little bit about him anyway, so a few words. Danny started with us in 2006. He completed his studies in A-level mathematics, geography, economics, and Spanish, and will be studying business administration, business administration, information system management at Lincoln Memorial University in the USA. Danny was actually offered and accepted a soccer scholarship to join the university in the National Collegiate Athletic Association. So that's quite an achievement, I think. We could maybe give him a round of applause so when he sees the video. Next up, Ryan Fernandez Medina Harari. Ryan started at Sunnyview School in 2007. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, biology and chemistry, and will be studying biomedical sciences at the University of Southampton in the UK. Ryan has been head of Picasso House and science ambassador this year. Now, I've been told by Ryan's friends, it's not bad, don't worry, that if there were a funniest person in the year group award, he would easily win it. That's an achievement, isn't it? Over to you, Ryan.
Hi, everyone. Okay. 40 years ago, my grandparents sat to watch my dad graduate from Sunnyview. And 7 years ago, I got to watch my sister graduate from Sunnyview. And I remember that I was very eager to take her place, to be out of school and into the real world. And now that I'm here, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bittersweet finish line. I'm turning the page and entering an exciting chapter of my life, but I'm also saying bye to what has been my life for 15 years. It's been 15 years of the same road to school every morning, 12 of wearing the same white polo and gray shorts. And most of the time was spent with the people sat in front of me. We learned to read, write, and spell together, and some of us only got to learn to integrate parametric equations together. But nevertheless, we've been a family all these years. And although at times dysfunctional, I'm not going to lie, for a decade and a half, I got to wake up and was greeted by all of you guys. And saying bye to that is harder than year 6 me anticipated. But it's not just my classmates that make this goodbye as difficult as it is. It's saying bye to the teachers and the staff who always encouraged me and pushed me to reach my goals. Ms. Culverson, thank you for making 7 years of biology seem like 7 years and having the answer to every... and having the answer, but still always having the answer to every single question that I asked, no matter how preposterous it was. Mr. Powell, thank you for going over Hess's Law with me about 60 times until I more or less got it. Ms. Guevara, thank you for always being there for us all and just always making time for us. It's greatly appreciated. Also, my speech is long, so you guys get a bit ready. Oh, better get ready, yeah. Ms. Gilchrist, thank you for giving me your A2 math formula cheat sheet. That really paid off. Okay. Miss Rosa, in year 2, thanks for coming to my Piratas Park birthday party. I remember that. I hope it was worth it. Miss Tamek, thank you for making music lessons as fun as they were and as enjoyable. Miss Olmedo, thank you for getting me through exam season. And just to all the other teachers, Miss Malia, Miss Gilfillan, Miss Banya, Mr. Roldan, Miss Jimenez. I don't want to forget anyone, that'll be bad. Just everyone. If I didn't say your name, I'm very nervous. Starting September this year and not walking through the Sunnyview gates as I have basically every year of my life is going to be a weird change, but I'll still always have the memories that I made. And lastly, and probably most importantly, I want to say thank you to my parents. I don't say it enough, but everything... Oh God, I don't want my voice to break. Everything I have ever achieved is thanks to you guys, and everything I plan on achieving is for you guys. So, Mom and Dad, oh God, this is embarrassing, and it's all on camera. Mom and Dad, thank you for giving me the ability to call Sunnyview my second home for the past 15 years. And even though I'm giving back the keys, closing the front door, and moving on, I know you guys will always be here waiting for me when I come back. I love you guys. And one last thing. One very quick last thing. I'd like to quote one of the greatest poets of our 21st century, Onika Tanya Mirage. She once said, "Cherish these nights, cherish these people. Life is a movie, and there will never be a sequel." And I think that's a very fitting quote for today. So, thank you.
Ryan, do you want to come and do this and I'll sit down? Because I really don't mind. Didn't you do well? Thank you, Ryan. Kushi Goyal. Kushi joined us in 2011. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, biology, chemistry, and Spanish, and has also prepared this year for the Spanish University entrance exams of Pruebas Específicas. She will be studying medicine at the University of Malaga. Now, somehow Kushi also managed to find the time to compete last year in Spain's national judo finals for her age group. Bet you didn't know I knew that, did you? No. After having won first place in the Andalusia Championship. I've also learned that Kushi's greatest achievement this year has also been worrying about the smallest things. Could that be true?
I've tried.
You've tried. Has it worked? I don't know. Not sure yet. No? Okay. Over to you, Kushi.
Hi. Well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you to Ryan for making me cry and making the speech harder. And then, okay, I'm going to start my speech now. So, dear parents, respected teachers, and fellow students, or should I say fellow graduates, if you've had the privilege of knowing me since I started at Sunnyview School, you know why I had to start my last speech here with this phrase. Even though, while I was living this experience, I knew school seemed like a never-ending experience, I knew that this end would come. Just like everything else, we will have to come to an end. As much as we have all waited with angst for this day to arrive, I, for one, have always hated endings. It just doesn't seem real enough that once summer ends, I will not come back and walk down the same halls, say hi to the same people, and live in the same familiar experiences I've lived for the past 11 years. 11 years. I still vaguely remember details of my first day at this school. Scared, shy, with my 2 little pigtails, and a very low level of English. The little girl that didn't know that sum and plus were the same thing would be very surprised to see the person I've become today. I don't know if she would be proud, but I certainly am proud of the person I've become and everything I will become. And for that, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to my teachers who taught me well and shaped me, who gave me their time and sat with me through lunchtimes or called me through my most hated application, Teams. I would thank each of you individually, but there's so many I would never ever finish. So I'm going to move on to saying that I could have not done this without you. I'm also thankful to my parents, to my mother who is here in the audience, and has dedicated her entire life to me, and to my dad who couldn't be here because he's at the other end of the world, making sure I can. I'm thankful to the small moments we all live together, because I think at the end, those are the ones that we will remember more than the bigger ones. Like, for example, the day the power went out and school got canceled and we were all really excited for some reason, or the funny improv plays we made up in drama, or the dangerous experiments where one of us would always mess up. Last but not least, I'm thankful to my classmates, with whom I've shared these past 11 years and woken up every day to see their faces. We've laughed together, we've cried together, we fought some more, we've had more arguments, and then fought again. But all throughout these years, you guys have become my second family, and I will miss you all a lot when I leave. I wanted to tell you guys congratulations, and I wanted to wish you best of luck for everything, and I'm sure you all will all achieve everything you ever want to. Remember that life is yours to create, and you can create it whatever way you want it to be. Also, I wanted to say, like Winnie the Pooh once said, I'm so lucky to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. And I just wanted to end this speech in a bittersweet way, saying good luck, thank you to everyone, and best of luck, and goodbye.
Thank you, Kushi. Evita Aurora Avisto. Evita started at Sunnyview School in 2019. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, biology, and chemistry, and will be studying microbiology at Louisiana State University in the USA. For the last year, Evita has been head of Goya House and also chief editor of the student newspaper, The Sunny Times. Now, something I found out about Evita is that her goal in life is to become a surgeon. Is that correct? And I saw a very big word in front of surgeon, and I thought, I'm not going to put that in my script.
Cardiothoracic.
Oh, cardiothoracics. Okay, I should have been able to do that, shouldn't I? Over to you, Rita.
Hi, everyone. It took me so many tries to write this speech, and I think it's because even though I am super excited and ready for the next chapter in my life, I still haven't quite accepted the fact that this one is now officially come to an end. I have been in Sunnyview for only a fraction of the time that most of my classmates have, but I have still collected so many amazing memories and stories over the past 3 years that I'm gonna keep with me forever. I would like to thank all the teachers who have taught me in any way since year 11. You have all had an influence on me in one way or another. I also want to give a huge extra thank you to Ms. Culverson, Mr. Pao Young, Ms. Brierly, and Allison for getting me through sixth form and A-levels. I have learned so much from you while still having fun. Now, to make this sound even more like a Grammy acceptance speech, the person I want to thank the most is my amazing mom. Thank you for being my biggest supporter. I'm grateful for everything you have done, and I love you so much. Okay. Last but not least, to my year group. Even at the risk of sounding too cheesy, I have to say that I'm proud of all of us for getting here. The past few years have not been easy, but we've gotten through it, and now we can relax and have the best summer of our lives. Also, I expect to see all of you at our 10-year reunion on the Carihuela beach. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Sebastian Iacovino Spitaleri, sorry. Sebastian started at Sunnyview School in 2007. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, further mathematics, physics and chemistry, and will be studying computer science and engineering at Delft University in the Netherlands. Sebastian has also been Mathematics Ambassador this year and has continued to run his own maths club for secondary students, which he set up in Year 11. Additionally, he won first place in the highly competitive Spanish regional mathematics competition TALIS, Maths Olympics, and went on to compete nationally. Sebastian's friends say that with his patience and math skills, he has become their teacher this year. Is that correct? In their free periods? Yeah? Okay. He even managed to get Casio to sponsor one of the school's maths competitions. Very good. Over to you.
Oh, thank you, Miss. First, I would like to thank my fellow students and friends. I've been in the school for 15 years, so I've known some of you for my whole life. A short story that might seem sad at first. When I get flashbacks of the time in year 5, when I got a C in a June exam, and I started to cry in the middle of the class. We were very competitive, and though there was hard at times, are you serious? We were very competitive, and although it was hard at times, I would like to thank you all for having a healthy competition that has forced us all to improve. I would also like to thank my teachers. Thank you for making the effort to teach us both academically and practically. And finally, I would like to thank my parents and grandparents. Thank you for supporting me and being there when I needed you. I'm sure you will continue doing this. As most of you know, I don't really like public speaking, so I'm going to keep it short. Sincerely, thank you. And that's it.
My goodness, I nearly fell down those stairs. In the Year 11 graduation, actually, a lot of the girls had on long dresses, and when they were coming up the stairs with their heels on, I thought, if any of them fall, can you imagine? It'd be terrible, wouldn't it? And as Ryan said, when you're on camera, it's even worse. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Olivia Lopez Lera. Olivia joined us in 2017. She has completed her studies in A-level Spanish, Business and Economics and will be studying Hospitality Management at Le Roche in Marbella. Now, I've been told, it's a really nice one, this one. Your friends have said that you are one of the most generous, kind-hearted and genuine people in the year group, which is a reason why you'll fit in so well in the hospitality industry. Isn't that lovely? Over to you.
Hi to everyone. I can't believe this day has arrived and we all been to this journey together. I wish you all the best in the future and good luck.
Thank you, Olivia. Gonzalo Marruenda Prieto. Gonzalo started at Sunnyview School in 2007. He has completed his studies in A-level English Literature, History, Spanish and Economics, and will be studying International Relations at the University CEU San Pablo in Madrid. Now, Gonzalo, your friends have told me that your favourite hobbies in the common room were, you're getting nervous now, watching Formula One, listening to music, and watching YouTube videos titled The Worst Catastrophes in History? Oh, over to you, Gonzalo.
Well, I just want to. I've also attended the school like my whole life, like some people here. So, firstly, I would just like to thank all of my teachers, like both those who are here in the audience and those who like have passed, like not passed away, but who aren't in school anymore. I also want to thank all of my friends for having such an influence on me, like both good and bad, and for we both experienced life together. So that's amazing. Y también le quiero dar las gracias a mi familia, a mi tía por estar aquí, y a mi hermano, obviamente, y a mi padre por todo lo que han hecho por mí, por guiarme en la vida, porque si no, no estaría aquí. Gracias. Te quiero.
Thank you, Gonzalo. Marina Martos Guzmán. Our head girl, Marina, started at Sunnyview School in 2007. She has completed her studies in A-level Mathematics, Spanish, Physics and English Literature, and will be studying Politics, Philosophy and Economics at the University of Manchester in the UK. Marina was voted head girl at the start of this academic year and has done a wonderful job. Well done. Now a little birdie told me, it's not a bad thing, don't worry. A little birdie told me that Marina was accepted into all 5 of the universities that she applied for.
It seemed like this day was never going to come. In September, I was crying to my friends, talking about how I didn't want to graduate and leave everything behind. But today, we aren't celebrating leaving Sunnyview School as much as we're celebrating all of our years in Sunnyview School. The other night, I remembered how when we were younger and we were in kindergarten, our skirts had some sort of straps attached, and my friends and I would sneak into the bathroom and tuck them under our skirts so that we could see more like the older girls. And now I am one of the older girls. And I regret wanting to grow up so quickly because I would give anything to go back to those days. I'm not going to thank every single person in the world because I think it's clear how grateful I am for having such amazing teachers and family. But I do want to say that I will miss those physics lessons in which we would go play hide and seek because our brains couldn't cope with more particle physics. The math lessons in which I would just look at Miss Brierly because I didn't understand anything that was going on, and she would just repeat everything she said in a different way for me to understand. The literature lessons in which Mr. Edwards would giggle along with us because we were laughing at the naughty words in our literature books. The Spanish lessons in which we were just bickering with Mr. Roland. And of course, every single enrichment and private meeting that I've had with Allison, because she has always supported me when I've had to make difficult decisions. When I got here, I was a little girl with huge dreams. I had the privilege to have teachers such as Miss Rosa, Miss Barr, Miss Shadat Puri, Mr. Walker, Miss Jimenez, and Miss Guevara, who taught me that I could achieve anything if I had passion. Because of them, I can say that I have grown up to be a strong woman because I've always been surrounded by the best role models that I could ever ask you. So for that, thank you. I would also like to give a special shout out to the main reason for which I am who I am, my mom. Mamá, tú me has enseñado que en esta vida todo pasa. Te quiero dar las gracias por enseñarme que un mal día siempre se puede convertir en un buen día. Seré el hombro sobre el que lloro y la persona en la que siempre puedo confiar. And lastly, give me a second. Lastly, I really wanted to quote someone that I admired. So I thought Shakespeare, Lorca, Margaret Atwood. But who would I be if I didn't quote a TV show? Therefore, I will quote Lorelai Gilmore and say that we're almost there and nowhere near it. All that matters is that we're going. This is just another chapter of our lives, but it doesn't mean that it's a goodbye, because we will always have each other. And Sunnyview will always be our second home. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Marina, when you referred to growing up too quickly, when you're little, all of a sudden you're older, now everybody else that's sitting here is probably thinking, my goodness, when you get to our age, you think the same. So, William Matsuda. William started at Sunnyview School in 2019. He has completed his A-level studies in English Literature, Information Technology and Graphic Communication, and will be studying Digital and Creative Graphic Design at Stockholm University in Sweden. William's friends are very grateful to him for creating the stack of posters that he has designed for different events this school year. Now, if you ever need to find him, he will be the boy wearing the headphones. And I've been told that Mr. Paul Young had to shout good morning as he entered the classroom because his music was always so loud. Over to you, William.
Good evening, teachers, parents, loved one, and fellow classmates. First and foremost, I'd like to thank all teachers for bringing us across this finish line. I know it hasn't always been easy, but you've helped us become better people. I'd also like to thank you for creating inclusive classroom environments, allowing all students to safely express themselves. Lastly, I'd also like to wish all of my classmates good luck on your respective journeys. Wherever the future may take us, I know it will take us somewhere good. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Adam Pesek. Adam joined our school in 2018. He has completed his studies in A-level English Literature, History, Economics and Spanish, and will be studying law at the University of Reading in the UK. For the last year, Adam has been head of Velázquez House and Humanities Ambassador. Now, I've been told Adam in literature class was given the nickname of Don Juan. I'm not going to ask you why right now, but you can tell me afterwards. Adam is also a keen rower. He rows in the Real Club Mediterráneo. Is that correct? Yes. Learn something new every day. Over to you.
Well, I want to start with thanking the school because I have changed schools many times throughout my years, throughout my life. And thus I was able to experience all the different ways, all the different schools throughout Costa del Sol operate and how they teach and how they create a friendly environment for the students. And through this knowledge, I can with confidence say that Sunnyview School has created the most friendly and homely environment for me, which has also allowed me to clearly pursue my academic achievements and thus get where I am now. Secondly, I want to thank all the teachers that have supported me throughout these years and who have prepared me for my A-level exams. For example, Dr. Jimenez for economics, Dr. Wright for history, Mr. Roldan for Spanish, and lastly, Mr. Edwards for literature. I also want to thank my classmates for being there for me, for always helping me with my work, with my studies. And I hope them and I wish them good luck for the future endeavors. And lastly, I also want to thank my family that have supported me throughout my whole life and have gotten me to where I am now. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Maria Primac. Maria joined our school in 2019. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, economics and business and will be studying economics, finance and management at Queen Mary University of London. For the last year, Maria has been head of Miro House and economics ambassador. Maria would always be accompanied by her iPad and Apple Pencil, apparently, even though half of the time they had no battery. But somehow she still managed to look extremely professional. Over to you, Maria.
I have said this many times before, and I'll say it again. Coming to Sunnyview is probably one of the best decisions that I've made in my life. Sunnyview isn't just a school. It's a community which truly feels like a family, and I'm extremely grateful that I got to be part of it. I want to thank all of the teachers who have had me for both GCSE and A-level, for not only giving me the knowledge, but for also making lessons fun and enjoyable. I want to thank my family for always supporting me and being there no matter what. I want to thank Allison for getting me into university and for all the amazing advice, and of course, my classmates. When I was coming here, every single member of staff told me that this class is the best year group in the school, and now I can 100% say that this is also very true. Thank you all, guys. You're all amazing, and I hope that we all achieve great things in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Akash Ramchandani Sawalani. Akash started at Sunnyview School in 2008. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, physics and information technology and will be studying mechanical engineering at the Technological University of Eindhoven in the Netherlands. Akash, I've been told that if you hear a car, by the sound of the engine, you can tell which car it is and which model it is. Is that true? Mostly. That's impressive. Over to you.
First of all, I'd like to thank my family, all of those that are here and that aren't, because none of this would be possible without you. Then these students, most of which I've shared these past wonderful 14 years with. They've all helped me a lot, even sometimes when I've been like, hey, can you give me this homework? I haven't done it. Can I copy it, please? So I don't get it shouted at by teachers. And lastly, all the teachers, both those who taught me and those who did not, because no matter what, I learned something, at least, from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Akash. Arman Sadwani Kemlani. Our head boy, Arman, started at Sunnyview School in 2008. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, business and chemistry, and will be studying computer science with business studies at the University of Warwick in the UK. Arman was amongst the top 10 debaters in the European Youth Parliament National Debating Competition held in Bilbao. He's trying to look at my notes to see what I've got written. He was also voted head boy at the start of this academic year and, like Marina, has done a fantastic job. The job of head prefects, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is not one to be taken lightly. Marina and Arman have both worked hard to represent the student body this year. They have led secondary student council meetings throughout the year, organised duty rotas and numerous events, as well as being ambassadors for our school by showing around prospective teachers who are on interview and even some families. So well done, both of you. Okay, Arman, nothing horrible to say. Over to you.
Well, please bear with me because my speech is going to be quite long. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming, especially my brother, my parents, my grandparents, my aunt, and especially all of my teachers too. I can't believe this moment has come. I think it won't be till next September when I don't step Sunnyview again, till I come to the realization that this wonderful chapter of my life has come to an end. Before anything, I would like to thank my family. Mama, you have always been the person I look up to. Your smile, patience, and positive attitude towards life wins my heart every day. You light up every room you walk into, and for this reason, I believe the world needs more people like you. You work so hard and sacrifice so much of your time to give all of our family such a good life. Papa, you're my hero. Thanks for teaching me the importance of staying united as a family and always supporting and believing in me. With your hard work and dedication, you have gained the respect of so many people. Thanks to all the values you have taught me, I now feel I'm prepared to take the next step of my life. Where is he? I'm also very fortunate to have all my grandparents here with me. I want to thank all of you for always blessing me. I will miss all the family lunches and dinners together, as well as the delicious food you make for me. My aunt, who's also here, I know for a fact you will and will always wish the best for me. You have been the person who has encouraged and mentalized me most that the best decision for my life is to study abroad. So thanks a lot for that. I would also like to say a few words for my uncle, who's not here. I hope I'm able to follow his footsteps just as he did, and to go to university and be as successful as he is today. I'm sorry I have a big family, so I would also like to thank my cousins, my aunt, and my uncle who weren't able to attend. I will always continue trying to make all of you proud. Now to my classmates. I know I will never meet a group of people like you. I feel privileged and I'm proud to form part of this year group. The competitiveness and determination to always do good has pushed me to improve and challenge myself every day. We have always been a team, and I know that without you guys, I wouldn't be who I am. Not only academically, but personally, you guys I've created many strong bonds with you that will last a lifetime. Mr. Powell Young, I'm quite confident I won't ever meet someone like you. Not only because of your healthy eating and drinking habits, but also because how much you truly care about us. I'll never forget that at the start of this year, with your broken tendon, you still managed to give us online lessons. You managed to keep me busy during lockdown, made me continuously challenge myself, but most importantly, you've taught me what it's like to be passionate of one's job. Ms. Culverson, you've taught me for 7 consecutive years, from year 7 all the way up to year 13. I can't imagine not coming back in September to sit in front of you in your classroom. You made biology lessons a part of my life. I will miss listening to your funny anecdotes and, as Ryan said, your capacity to answer any of his questions. Ms. Jiménez, ya lo sabes todo. Gracias por ser la mejor tutora que he tenido y una de las mejores personas que he conocido. Te echaré de menos. Ms. Guevara, I'll never forget your French lessons with you. Mr. Roldan, where is he? I'll always remember our trip to Bilbao and how you run a marathon with Matthias and I. Alison, thanks for everything you've done for me, for bearing with me, for when I changed my personal statement like 10 times. And to the rest of the teachers I've had during my years at Sunnyview, thanks for shaping me into the person I am today. And finally, I want to thank everyone who forms part of this school. I will miss you all, and I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Arman. Lilo Shagnesi. Lilu started at Sunnyview School in 2021. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, biology, chemistry, English literature, and has also prepared the Spanish University entrance exams, the pruebas específicas, and will be studying psychology at Trinity College, Dublin. She's not WhatsApping her friend, by the way. She's looking for her speech, aren't you?
I'm just very nervous.
You're nervous. I know, it's fine, don't worry. If you ever thought that you were good at taking notes and highlighting them, check again. Because Lilo is your woman. Aren't you, Lilo? Yeah? If you've got competition, then it's because of her, because she's very good at highlighting notes, apparently, aren't you? Yeah, okay. Come and do your speech, don't worry.
If I would have told my younger self that I would be where I am today, I think I would have been in disbelief. My younger self couldn't have imagined being here, but I am grateful that I am. Coming from a foreign system, when I first arrived, I knew nobody and struggled to adjust to my new life, to the point that I thought it was impossible that I would get very far. But thanks to my teachers for getting me through my A-levels, especially Mr. Powell Young for attempting to teach me chemistry, and my parents for putting up with me, especially my mom, who has always given me support even when I haven't deserved it, I've been able to persevere through the challenges I have faced. Thank you.
Thank you, Lilu. Megan Shorthose. Megan joined our school in 2017. She has completed her studies in A-level English Literature, Geography and Business and will be taking a gap year before deciding on her future education. Apparently, Megan, if you ever need a good story or a bit of gossip, you're the person to go to. You've got some good friends here, haven't you? Okay, over to you.
So, although I haven't been at this school as long as the rest of my fellow students, I couldn't quite think about what to write in this speech, and I spent countless hours thinking, just staring at a blank page, thinking how on earth to put the past 5 years of my life into a short little speech to give to you all. And it wasn't until last night at about 3 a.m. in the morning that I had a dream and suddenly had to wake up and start jotting down how to write this speech. So I wanted to start with, I still remember my very first day at Sunnyview, walking in to Mr. Malian's Spanish class and then suddenly being greeted by all these people in the corridor and walking into Mr. Edwards' class And still, even after 5 years, Mr. Edwards still can't say my name correct. My very first chemistry lesson, Mr. Zabs drilling into my brain, ready, respectful, responsible. And many of the things that my classmates have come up with, like our fellow student Katrine, such as pen cancer, which we had endless debates about with the teachers. So I firstly want to thank my two best friends, Danny and Neve. Neve for spending countless hours on the phone with me, having mental breakdowns about how on earth we can get through English literature. And Danny for always sitting there through, like Miss Bidmer said, all my stories and all of my mental breakdowns, not only about English literature, but also about business and geography, because I really had no clue about it. Then it goes on to my teachers. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given me, for actually believing me, because at times I really just wanted to give up. And you were the people that actually told me that I could do it and proved to me that I could. Then, finally, I want to thank my parents. I know I came to Spain kicking and screaming, not wanting to come, and I know I can be a pain in the ass. But I want to say thank you. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. And I want you to know that this opportunity that you've given me, I will thank you for the rest of my life, and I want you to know that I will not waste it. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Bhavyant Singh. Bhavyant joined us in 2011. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, biology and chemistry and will be studying economics with data science at the University of Southampton. Now, I've been told that Bhavyant looks shy, yet he's the loudest person in the room. Can you believe that? Also, he hardly ever showed up to enrichment lessons. Mr. Roldan, can we do the detention still? No? Okay. And Alison would always tease him when he did show up. Over to you, Bhavyant.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to say it is an honor to be standing before you all on such an important occasion. I'm sure for most of us, this has been a very different high school year compared to all the other previous graduates due to the pandemic. However, I am proud to say that through our perseverance, we have made it through all the setbacks and difficulties. We have had some of the best teachers who taught us with passion and helped shape us into who we are today. I would like to thank my parents who have been very supportive of me and my friends and classmates for making high school even more enjoyable. Can't go into specifics because I'll cry. It has been a pleasure to study in this school, and I want to wish all the best to everyone for their future. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavyant. Dario Vargas Prados. Dario started at Sunnyview School in 2007. He has completed his studies in A-level geography, history and economics and will be studying management of international social challenges at Erasmus University in Rotterdam. I've been told Dario performs at concerts. He plays the bass. I'll have to hear you because I haven't heard you still. One day, with his family. And also that you used to scare all of your classmates by saying that you would leave the school and then you'd be back the next year. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, over to you.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for being here and for coming. It feels a bit surreal, to be honest. I didn't expect to be here. As Ms. Midmer reminded, I always told everyone that I wasn't going to be here next year, but in the end, always have to have a factor of surprise. It has been certainly a while since the school started. It's been I remember the classes in year 5 we gave that teacher so much hell, with Mr. Bevan taking us for circle time, and we had to have our classes to know how to behave, but that was a while ago. We're better people. There's just so many crazy moments also when our man was caught cliff jumping in the year 9 school trip. That was fun indeed. Also, all the classes that we had with Mr. Wright doing countless amount of essays. It was, our hands just turned purple and we're about to fall off, basically. But so I'd like to thank my family for being here. I'd like to thank all my friends for these incredible experiences. I always went to school with a smile because I knew we always had people who supported each other. We always had such a competitive environment, and that always helped us to strive to get better grades. And I also like to thank the teachers for all the support, because I think we don't give teachers enough credit for the job that they do and the passion that they have, because from what I've been told, I'm not sure, it doesn't pay that well for the job that they have to do. So they deserve a lot of credit, and when you're small, you don't really understand teachers that much. You kind of see them as villains, but once you grow older, you really see that they're just people like us. They're not just evil things that give you homework. And they deserve a lot of credit as well. And that's it. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm back here again. Ooh. I forgot to mention about my brother. Ishan, wherever I am next year, I want you to know that you can always rely on me. As our dad always says, we should always stick together, united, and succeed in life together, side by side. We all know about your potential, and I'm sure you will prove it to us in the next years. I love you.
I thought, Armin, you were going to say something about the cliff jumping, because your mum's face was a picture. So, Dario, you better kind of get a story together afterwards so you can explain. Okay. Thank you very much. Alan Walker Barbadillo. Alan started at Sunnyview in 2007. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, information technology and economics, and will be studying computer science at Trinity College in Dublin. Alan was chosen to represent Sunnyview School along with 2 other Year 13 students in the European Youth Parliament National Debating Competition held in October in Bilbao. I've just heard that once you were caught on the phone at school while you were talking to your mum who works at the school, and Mr. Roldan gave you an after-school detention. Isn't he horrible?
One of the lowest points of my life.
I know, I can imagine. Over to you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I've spent almost 15 years at Sunnyview School, from kindergarten all the way to year 13. I've made so many friends, created everlasting memories, and seen so many people come and go. To be quite honest, it still doesn't really feel real. I'm so used to leaving for summer break and coming back in September that I still haven't gotten used to the fact that we're all never coming back. But as one chapter in our lives finishes, a new one starts. One where we will meet many people and explore the world, all of this being possible because of our time spent here. Due to this, I'd like to thank everybody who has let this happen. The many teachers who I have come to know through the years, always there to help me achieve the best possible grades I can, especially the ones who have helped me get through my A-levels. Mr. Ford, Mr. Jimenez, Ms. Barley, and Ms. Gilfillan, thank you very much. And I'd also like to thank my amazing friends. Thank you so much for this amazing time we have spent at school, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Finally, I'd like to thank my grandmother, mother, father, and sister for letting this happen in the first place. Through life's ups and downs, you have always been there for me, and I will love you to death for it. Thank you all, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Alan. Wendy Yu is not here. Okay, I'm going to do the same as I did for Danny before, and I'm going to say a few words in his absence in case he wants to see it afterwards. So when he joined Sunnyview School in 2015, he completed his studies in A-level mathematics, further mathematics, chemistry and physics, and will be studying mathematics and physics at the University of Warwick. We'll give him a round of applause. Xuang Zan Zhang. Xuang started at Sunnyview School in 2006. He has completed his studies in A-level mathematics, chemistry and biology and will be studying biochemistry at the University College London, UK. I don't know why I said UK, because we all know London is in the UK. Now, apparently, Xuang, you did last-minute revision before an exam. Is that correct? Or you never needed last-minute revision exam before? No, I'm not sure what I've been told here. You can always count on Xuang. He will help you out 100% of the time and give you the correct answers. So you probably did revision sessions with your friends, I'm imagining. Yeah. Is that correct? Yeah? Good for you. The show's yours.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I am here to celebrate our journey as students. First of all, I wanted to thank everyone for coming and all of the members of staff that made this possible. As I reflect on my experiences these past years, I have come to realize how fortunate I am to be able to meet the funniest and most loyal friends. I think that the years we spend here in high school are the most important years of our life, as these are the years that shape us as adults in society. I would like to express my gratitude to the teachers who have accompanied me throughout my education, Mr. Powell, Ms. Briley, Ms. Culverson, Ms. Gilchrist, I'm missing some, Ms. Banya, and nonetheless, Felix, a math tutor. And I also thank my parents for supporting me both emotionally and financially throughout my education. Although I may never meet with some of you again, I wish you all the best to everyone for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Xuang. Sylvia Zhu is not able to join us either today, but again, I'm going to say a few words about her. Sylvia joined our school in 2014. She has completed her studies in A-level mathematics, further mathematics, chemistry and physics, and will be studying mechanical engineering with business finance at the University College London. So thank you to all of you for your kind words and your speeches. They were excellent. I know you were nervous. I can see you're all a bit more relaxed now and dying to get out of here. So well done. We've just got your certificates left now, so it won't be long until you can go outside. So we're now going to present our graduates with their graduation certificates, which mark the completion of their education here at Sunnyview School. And I'd like to ask Mr. Roldan and Miss Briley, please, to join me up here on the stage and present the students with their certificates. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Roldan and Miss Briley for leading the secondary department and for being so committed and to ensure the success always of the Year 13 students and indeed all of the students throughout secondary. Thank you very much. Okay, Year 13, as I call your name out, please make your way up onto the stage. Okay? Gonzalo Segurado. Robbie Ashcroft. Karen Chokron. Luis Matias. Daniel Cruz. It's not here. Ryan Fernandez. Kushi Goya. Evita Avisto. Sebastián Iacovino. Olivia López. Gonzalo Marruenda. Marina Martos. William Matsuda. Adam Pesek. Maria Primac. Akash Ramchandani. Arman Sadwani. Lilo Shognesi. Megan Shorthose. Bhavin Singh. Dario Vargas. Alan Walker. Shuang San. And that's it, yeah, the 3 students who are absent as well. Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you. Year 13, so you should be very proud of your successes. I'm sure your A-level results will reflect the hours of hard work you've put into your studies. We really hope you will come back and visit us whenever you have a spare moment in your busy social lives. Will you? Will you do that for us? Yeah, good. Now, we're going to show you a short video put together by Mr. Roldan, our head of secondary, and Mr. Chavarria, our IT manager. So let's see if you recognize some of these faces now.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. wish you love, I wish you luck. For you the world just opens up, but it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Everybody sour like a lemon tree. I'm just smiling down upon my enemies. Do the shit I love it on a daily. You say you hate your job, but you'll never leave, never leave. But that ain't gonna be me, that ain't gonna be me. My brother called me up, said he saw me on TV. I said it wasn't easy, but right now I'm living breezy. Build this engine from the ground up, now my hands, they ain't so greasy, feel me? Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day.
Illuminate my future bright, so thankful for everything. Rejuvenating my inner light as I work hard for all I need. Open arms, embracing life and all of which you gave to me. Hard work, it pays off, I'm happy now, it's paying me. Close my eyes sometimes and feel as if I float away. I love the life I live and enjoy the ride along the way. I'll make a living out of living, yeah, that's what I say. I got one life to live and I wouldn't live in no other way.
I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Yeah, Van Gogh, my earlobe, I can't hear, I'm here though. I may be a weirdo, but this is my year, yo. My life may be crazy, my lack of the lazy has let me do shit that I love on the daily. Daily, daily, get to do the shit I love upon a daily. Daily, daily, everybody go and live your daydreams up. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Last night, all I think about is you. Don't stop, baby, you come on too. Don't want, baby, think about you. You know that I'm never gonna lose.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the screen. You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Fake water all across the road. It's gone now, the night is come. But sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. You can't fight it, you can't breathe. You say something so loving, but now I gotta let you go. You'll be better off in someone new. I don't wanna be alone. You know it hurts me too. You look so broken when you cry. One more and then I say goodbye. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. I just wonder what you're dreaming of when you sleep and smile so comfortable. I just wish that I could give you that look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Heat waves been faking me out. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now.
Big round of applause, please, for Mr. Roland. Fernando and Albert. Okay, so we've now come to the end of our ceremony. I'd like to ask the Year 13 students, please, to lead the way out in style. We will follow you. We'll be having a cocktail outside now, and then we'll be having dinner shortly afterwards for those who are staying. Thank you very much again for coming. Year 13 first, please. The graduates first.